you coming to sit by me tonight or no?
evening and welcome to Manitowoc Lutheran High School, where tonight we have the Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers facing off against the Cedar Belgium Rockets of the Big East South. I'm Micaiah Krause here with Mr. Allhorn, I'll just call you. Welcome to the booth, Mr. Allhorn.
Thank you for having me. Glad to fill in here kind of somewhat last minute.
Yeah, but it's going to be a good one. I'm super excited. Tonight, Cedar of Belgium. Cedar Belgium's having an okay year this year, going 11-12, 4-8 in the Big East South. Now, the Big East South is a pretty good conference this year, and I mean, you got 3 teams all tied for first and super competitive. Some of them even ranked in some of their top divisions. So, I mean, that's a good record for just a really hefty conference. conference too.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
think it's going to give a really good judge of kind of where we're at as a team heading into the playoffs, because you're absolutely right. An 11 and 12 record in that conference maybe isn't the exact same in another conference.
Yeah, I mean, even like comparing to Big East North, I mean, in the Big East South, there isn't a whole lot of teams that are just blowout worthy. I mean, some of them, but there's always those teams. So, like I said, 4-8 in the conference. Some significant games that are similar to Manitowoc Lutherans is Sheboygan Christian is in their conference, and they won against them and lost against them. First time they won against them was 58-51, and then when they lost, it was 64-68. Manitowoc Lutheran lost to them 60-59. And kind of looking at the score compared to other teams, it's just a really wacky score. Lots of other teams have beaten Sheboygan Christian by a lot, and Manitowoc Lutheran just couldn't find a way to beat them either.
Yeah, so that's why what this game is going to be interesting, because as many people know, we open up our playoffs next week against a team from the Big East South. And so this will kind of be a good gauge to see where we're at and how ready we are for that game coming next week.
Yeah, I agree. And like something good about that gauging too is we actually played Oostburg on Tuesday. It was a loss. We lost by 14, but it's still something to see that Big East South compared to the Big East North, and that was the Big East conference crossover. Cedar, Belgium only lost them by 5, and they played them twice and had the exact same score both times, 67-62. So we'll see what they can bring this tonight.
Well, for both teams, it's kind of the final tune-up before playoffs next week. This actually is a game that was rescheduled from a previous snow-out game a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, both teams have nothing to gain really and nothing to lose. But it also gives an opportunity for both teams to try some things, try some players. And I know for the Lancers, it being senior night tonight, let's give a good chance for those seniors to get some minutes on the floor.
Yeah, it's sometimes always just tough coming into this week because there's nothing really good about it. I mean, nothing bad can possibly happen. Both teams already got their seed. Manitowoc Lutheran having the 5, and then Cedar, Belgium having the 7. So nothing can affect their seeding, which is what they worked for all year. But it's just some good momentum, hopefully, to get into heading into the playoffs too. Mr. Ulmer, why don't you just take us through some of Manitowoc Lutheran and how their year is going?
Absolutely. We're entering into the game here with a record of 14-9. 9-3 is what we finished up in the Big East North. Good for second place. We kind of talked about maybe the differences in the two conferences already. Coming off kind of a tough loss, like you said, against Oostburg on Tuesday, I was able to watch it. I thought that they hung with them. They just couldn't do that last couple of things to get over the hump there, despite a really, really good game by Derek Lobs there, scoring about 30 points that night. So it'll be good for him, for Will Franzen, for other guys, just to have a good night to get a good feeling going into the playoffs next Tuesday. And then you never know what can happen in a one-game elimination type situation.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just touching on there too, Derek, coming in this game, last game had 30 points, narrows down the chase to 1,000 points. So you kind of hope you can maybe get it now, but then you for sure can hopefully get it on the home playoff game.
Absolutely. He's got 2 games to do it here at home, and you'd like to think that you can do it in those 2 games. You don't want to put pressure on yourself, and obviously your team just went through the same thing with Marissa. You don't want to put pressure on it. You want to stay within the normal rhythm of the game, but you do want to get it at home.
Yeah, and it's not only just an individual goal, it's sometimes just an all-team goal too, because it's super exciting for the entire team, and it's not capable if you didn't have a team. Not one person could just score 1,000 points by themselves. So I'm excited to see how big of a dent Derek can make on that tonight. And just touching on your point on how just getting the momentum in the playoffs, just getting some good shots up tonight, feeling the rhythm, and hoping to play well on Tuesday then against Random Lake.
Yep, Lancers host Random Lake on Tuesday. Cedar Grove will be hosting Ozaki on Tuesday. So kind of familiar foes playing each other here in the Big East Conference coming up here. But first we got our senior night here, Lancers versus Rockets.
Yeah, and we're going to have a commercial break as the Lancers come back in, and when we get back, we will give some player highlights.
Bethany Lutheran School is blessed to have a fantastic faculty and staff partner together with just amazing families, all to work for the good of our children. And every day bring the gospel message of God's love for them, the forgiveness of all their sins, and heaven waiting for them. We talk regularly about doing things the Bethany way, and that's simply doing everything to the very best out of our love for our Savior. Whether it's in the classroom, doing music, it could be on the athletic field and the way that we treat each other. We do things out of the love for our Savior and do things the very best we can. And that is doing things the Bethany way, and we strive every day to do that to our very best.
Sponsored by B&B Metals, buying scrap cars, appliances, and farm equipment. If it's metal, we buy it. Call us at 920-693-8261.
For all your plumbing needs, Leisure Plumbing. Full service plumbing for more than 45 years.
And welcome back. Huge thank you to our sponsors once again. If you would like to reach out to Ms. Gergel, always feel free. We always need more sponsors. Mr. O'Horn, how would you take us through one of the player spotlights of the night tonight?
Absolutely. It is senior night tonight, as we mentioned. We've got 4 seniors on the team. All 4 are going to get an opportunity to start to hear their names announced. So it makes sense that our spotlight's going to be 2 of our seniors. First one is Reed Haynes. Again, one of the seniors that has been able to play a little bit off the bench, especially with the injuries that have happened. He's always kind of willing to get in there. And I know there's a lot of talk about Derek and his chase to 1,000 points. So I'm just going to put a spotlight on here. Reed's 968 points away from getting 1,000. I don't want to count him out yet. He may go off tonight.
You never know. That's a great point. And then one of our other seniors tonight that we'll be highlighting is Camden Bay. Camden Bay is just an awesome guy too. He's always one of the guys that can just hype up that bench too and just make sure everyone's always paying attention, and he's just a super great leader. He's vice president for student council. He is president for the broadcasting club too. So Camden Bay, great guy. We'll see what he can do tonight too.
Streaky shooter. He can hit the 3, just FYI. He's only 981 away from 1,000. I think both guys could get it if they really put their mind to it tonight.
Yeah, and that corner shot, you don't want to leave Camden open in the corner.
Absolutely. My money is on 3 made baskets by Camden tonight.
Yeah, he doesn't miss. Then just some Cedar Grove, Belgium people just to look at. We got Owen Galkey, a junior. He is averaging 19 points per game right now, 5 rebounds. He just recently hit 1,000, so definitely watch for him, number 23. Then we got Carter Schmitz. Carter Schmitz is also a junior, and he is number 2. He's averaging 17.3 points per game, and he's definitely their 3-point shooter, and just got to watch him. He shot about 150 threes this year, and talk around the school is Reed Haynes is guarding him. So hope to see some lockdown defense from Reed Haynes.
Good inside information there, brought to you by Kaya Krause. No, it'll be interesting to see both teams. We mentioned it. Is it obviously you want to get the win. That's the reason why you compete and you play. But again, both teams have an opportunity. As I'm looking out there, both have pretty big benches, a lot of players. Maybe this is an opportunity to get some guys in that maybe wouldn't normally, because when playoff comes, it's win or go home.
Yeah, agreed. And then just a quick look at our starting lineups of tonight. Tonight we got the seniors starting. We got Wesley Hecker, who is just always point point guard of the night, and just always the floor general. Then we got Logan Brooks, Derek Lobbs, Camden Bay, and Reed Haynes, last two just who we pointed out. So super excited what they can do in that starting position. Logan Brooks also just someone to touch on. He's always hustling, always getting after it. So huge shout out to our seniors, and hopefully they can have a great senior night tonight. And we will give you the Pledge of Allegiance, or no.
I think we're going to do the national anthem, at least that's what we normally do.
I'm sorry. And we'll be back. And there was our pep band. Tonight we are
Playing the national anthem.
yeah, national anthem. Sorry about that. But tonight we are, like we said before, honoring our seniors, and tonight we are also honoring our seniors in the pep band. So if you see over there, barely see in the right corner, got a whole bunch of balloons for all the seniors there. And we'll later also be honoring the dance team seniors. So
Yeah, kind of a neat night tonight to just be able to have all that in this beautiful facility in this new gym that we have. We're also going to be playing a little bit of Cedar Grove trivia tonight, Micaiah, for you.
yes, I'm always looking forward
And
to
also, because I knew I was doing the game with you, we're going to be sharing some things you didn't know about Kaya Krause
it. Oh, I didn't know about
gathered from various people, mostly two people,
I'm guessing my parents.
that may or may not live in your house.
Okay, sweet.
Number one, you didn't know that Micaiah doesn't know the national anthem.
Yeah. Okay, I do know the national anthem.
All right,
but,
fair enough.
just there, the Lancers honor the seniors, and Mr. Durkee's just kind of talking about them real quick.
Individual wants and goals. The leadership displayed by these four gentlemen has not gone unnoticed and has played a large role in the growing of the program to new heights and expectations. Thank you, seniors, for all of your time, effort, selflessness, and Christian leadership. Thanks, gentlemen.
A good group of four gentlemen there. Again, a lot of the attention often goes to Derek, and rightly so. He's very talented. But Reed and Logan and Camden, just good attitudes, good bench players, just willing to do whatever needs to get done. And then on occasion, when they've needed them, they've gone in and they've been ready to play. So kind of a neat group of four individuals.
Yeah, and not only just as basketball players, but as individuals too. Just within our school, they're a huge factor of how our culture is today. So for the Cedar Grove Rockets, we got the starting lineups, and there's number 2, Carter Schmitz, one of the players to watch, that three-point shooter. Then we have a number 4, a senior, Cade Borden. Then at number 5, Brody Hellman. Then that's number 11, Thomas Wiensner. And there's the other player of the game to watch tonight, number 23, Owen Gulke, averaging 18.9 points per game. So definitely Lancers definitely want to shut him down tonight, so we'll see how they do with him.
Absolutely, yeah. A couple of good golf ball players that can certainly put the ball in the hoop. And now the starting lineup for the Lancers. Again, kind of a special night for our 4 seniors who get announced here. Kind of a neat little tradition and atmosphere that we started to form here in our new gym with the lights being turned off. There's number 2, Wesley Heckard. We mentioned he's a little bit of the glue to the team. You know, you certainly know as the point guard, you're the person that can dish the ball out and get everything going. And there's number 20, Reed Haynes, one of our spotlight players today. He's actually, like I said, had a couple of minutes here with Brandon, or not Brandon, Ott being out recently. There's Camden Bay. Basketball is not Camden's first sport. Obviously, football is, just by looking at him. He does have plans to not only play football, but room with my son down at Concordia. And then Logan Brooks, just an overall good guy. Student body president, part of the broadcasting team. Just a good young man. And then Derek. Again, our eyes will be a little bit on Derek here tonight. He is 26 points away from getting 1,000 points. I'm sure he would love to do it tonight, but he's got really 2 games to do it tonight or next Tuesday, and I'm sure he just wants to get that kind of over with. I'm sure Cedar Grove is aware of that too, and they will try to do their best to stop him from getting 26 points. Lancers are deep. I mean, these 4 guys have gotten playing time. The idea of starting is maybe a little bit new to a couple of them, but I don't expect them to panic, or I don't expect them the spotlight to be too big for them. But it'll be interesting to see how long Coach Loberger leaves those guys in the game too.
I agree though, but all 5 of them are just huge hustle players, and will definitely embrace like the starting position. And I totally agree with you. I don't think they'll panic at all, and I think it should be a nice start of the game.
We will find out right now.
Yep. And Cedar Grove wins the tip, and they push it right to the corner where there's Schmitz. Just like we talked about, watching that for that 3, and he'll miss that, but 23. Galki will get that rebound.
Yeah, a wide open look there, a little breakdown on defense in the transition as the Lancers looking like they're starting in a zone defense here. Don't have a lot of height here, which maybe is just one thing to kind of keep an eye on early, which is maybe why they start in a zone there, just to make sure that everyone has got a body on somebody.
And there's Galki. Swing it to Borden. And there's Wesley with the steal. Getting out to Brooks. Will miss long, but Wesley will get the rebound. And Camden will get it back and
there
put it in for a layup.
There it is. Got to get his first basket of the day.
And Lancers stay in that zone. I'm guessing Cedar Grove was not expecting the zone, as Lancers do not usually run a zone.
They do seem a little bit confused with it as they're kind of getting used to it. Absolutely right. You don't see us playing that zone too often. Number of shots going up. They got to start getting and limiting these second or third chances. 4th chance now. There, Derek gets a board. Pushing it up the floor. Camden Bay again. 4-2. Assist going to Reed Haynes. That's 2 for 2 for Camden Bay. The over-under was 3 baskets for Camden. He's already at 2.
You're already over halfway there.
I don't want to jinx it here, Kaya, but I'm thinking shutout tonight, maybe.
I mean, we're 2 minutes in.
I jinxed it. I'm sorry. I apologize to all the Lancer fans out there. That would be my fault.
And that's Cade Borden with his first bucket of the night.
All right, Lancers now set up here, working against a man-to-man defense here. Look like a little bit of emotion as they're working around. The little back cut underneath there. Wesley cuts down, hits it to Reed. Reed with a nice little pump fake, and that one's going to go in for Reed. Boy, as a coach and everything else, this is exactly what you would like. Get some guys some points, some of these seniors some points and some looks right off the bat.
Yeah, and for them to play really well so far too. And Wesley just being able to see Reed is a great play there. And there's Schmitz for 3. Just like he talked about, gotta watch him with the 3. And Lancers get caught off guard.
See if we can get Brooks some points here, because we know Derek's going to get his here sometime throughout the game. Reed and Camden now both on the board. In fact, they're the only ones that have scored for the Lancers so far. Lancers working their motion offense with some cuts coming in the back cut. Camden over to Wesley. Wesley with a nice little drive. Kicks it back down to Reed. Another little pump fake. And once again, Reed Haynes knocks it home. I know what you're saying at home. They should have had this lineup the whole year.
Totally agree. It is good to see, though, because sometimes, I mean, you just get a little switch in the lineup, and sometimes even the starters don't really know exactly what to do. But these guys play a lot within practice, and so they know how to play with each other and not just the starting lineup.
Well, that's what we were talking about before. I mean, none of these guys are really too foreign in terms of what they want to with minutes here that they've got.
And Derek's in the post, trying to get to Brooks, but that will cause a turnover, as it'll be a Rockets ball. Lancers in their 2-2-1 press. They've shown this every once in a while this year. I wouldn't say it's super consistent, but they show a little look of it now. Let's switch back to post, and Carter Schmitz is wide open in the corner again. Be short, and it'll be Cedar Grove ball. Wesley got a touch on it, but it'll be headed out of bounds.
Both teams staying with their original lineup as they're coming in here. Lancers with a nice early lead so far, sticking in that zone defense.
And Galke in the post, and he will put that in for 2. Schmitz with the assist as Wesley brings the ball down. Get it to Brooks.
Again, if I had a quiz question that said who would be the last starting 5 member to score, I don't think many people would say Derek.
Yeah.
But that's where we're at right now, as Reed Haynes is just eating it alive. He is leading all scorers with 6 points, and he's perfect from the floor so far.
Yeah, and that was just a great pass from Logan Brooks. Little drive, little dish, a little bit of everything there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're making the baskets, and we don't want to take anything away from them, but there's been some really good assists to get them some easy looks.
Yeah. And there's Galke again for 2. He's going to try to take advantage of this zone. He's just trying to run a high-low action there. And Wesley brings it back down. Derek on the wing for 3, and that is good.
And now all the starters have scored.
Derek Loud for 3.
Well, all the seniors have scored. I don't think Wesley's gotten a point in there yet, but I mean
I count assist scores. Sorry.
Good
I got
point.
ahead of myself.
I agree.
No.
That's a good point.
My mistake. Thanks for the correction.
And Jamin looks to be checking in now. And Will Franzen, Isaac Wagner, and Noah Dillon will follow him, trying to go back.
Which is their normal starting 5 that they would normally have. Actually, now Muchka also coming in, so all 5 are actually going to come out. Wesley probably included.
So all but Isaiah is their usual starting 5. As Borden misses the 3, and Galke with the rebound, and he will get the and 1.
Yeah, good aggressive move. I mean, we mentioned it early on, Cedar Grove just took a little bit to kind of figure out the zone. Like you said, they probably weren't expecting it. They got it figured out now, as the score now is 13-11. All 5 Lancers checking out. A nice hand of applause by the student section for our 4 seniors. We'll see here as the game now comes in if Coach Lohberger changes anything up at all, or if keeps and stays in that zone. Yeah. But a good start either way for the Lancers.
I agree. I would probably assume to see man now. I mean, Noah Dillon in. You got your big, so probably guarding Galke.
That would be my guess too. We'll have to take a look. Muchka running the offense here now, as they work around. Back cut here down to Ott looking. Muchka with a nice little look. Oh, pretty good pass there, but got a kicking call underneath. As Cedar Grove, Belgium now getting some subs in as well. Again, we're anticipating a close score here just based on some scores and different things here, so we'll see how it all plays out tonight. Yeah. Franzen out to Muchka. Muchka with a nice look to a wide open Wagner, and that one drops in.
That was some nice unselfish basketball too. I mean, Isaiah could have taken for the drive. Will could have shot that, but just nice being patient and shot faking. And Lancers stay in that zone.
Stay in that zone, exactly. Good attempt there by Muchka, but Rockets get that ball back, and they hit a 3-pointer as we are neck and neck here as this game has continued. Something to maybe watch is just we haven't had a lot of luck with those rebounds. We've given Cedar Grove a number of second and third looks here so far early in this game.
Yep.
Good, nice cut down low to Dillon. Dillon with a nice little pump fake. That one doesn't fall. A rare miss actually by either team tonight. Remains Lancers ball though. So just an awesome showing for those 4 seniors as they started up here. Their last regular season game, we mentioned it already, we'll be hosting Random Lake here next Tuesday in the opening round of the playoffs. But the last regular season game, just something special for those 4 individuals.
Yeah, totally agree. And it's super fun to just start off like that, too. As Jamin will miss the 3.
Nice look there by Jamin, just didn't fall for him. As again, Lancers stay in that zone. Cedar Grove keeps firing the 3s, and now we've got a push foul underneath, or as fans will always call it, over the back, which doesn't exist.
And it'll be Lance ball.
JVs won earlier tonight in a really close game, 63-61. We were up as many as 6 there with under a minute and got real close. Cedar Grove even had an opportunity to tie it. As Franzen now hits the basket, we'll try to get a JV2 score when we find out.
Yeah, last time I was in there, I saw they were winning by 15, so I'm assuming they got a win, but I'm not sure by how much.
And if that's true, I think they went undefeated this year, that JV2 team. So the future's certainly looking bright for the Lancers. Snowandilla kicks it out to Wagner, on top now to Ott. Over to Muchka. Looking to get a nice drive, kicks it out to Ott. That's a lot of sharing going on there as Will Franzen puts that 3-point basket in. Again, Will, one of the top shooters in not only Division 4, but the entire state from 3-point line. That'd be awesome to have him down in Madison representing the Lancers in the 3-point contest.
Yeah. I mean, does that end after tonight?
I think you might be right. I don't think it counts. The playoffs.
Yeah, so he'll be number 1, so he will probably be headed to the state for the 3-point shooting contest, which is always super exciting. And there's Jamin driving and missing.
Good drive there by Jamin, just didn't fall for him as he is 0 for here tonight early on. Lancers with a nice little lead. Stick it in that zone, which we kind of both commented is a little bit of surprise. Wagner with a nice steal there. There's Franzen, another one. That one doesn't fall. Doesn't hurt his average. It's still 500.
And there'll be a foul on Jamin Ott as Griffin and Knights will be headed to the line. Yeah, I would say the zone's working pretty well, except for it's just kind of tough because we are leaving Schmitz in that corner, and he's already gotten about 5 shots up, 2 for 5, so we'll see if they continue.
How much of this, I wonder, is just, hey, we're going to maybe use this against Random Lake. Let's see if it works. Or, hey, let's give Random Lake something to look at that we've never done before. So they all of a sudden got to work on something that we aren't going to do on Tuesday. I wonder how much chess playing's going on here in Coach Lohberger's mind tonight.
You might not want to say that, though. They could be watching right now.
Yeah, but now they got to get ready for ball.
Yep. Exactly. As Griffin Knight misses the second.
Not a lot of fouls early on, but a lot of shots have gone in at the same time so far. Jamin with a nice drive, kicks it out. And a turnover by the Lancers.
And there'll be a foul. Looks like on Isaiah Muchka. As they had a nice trap in there, just...
Yeah, it looked like everything was clean from here, but must have gotten a hand on the forearm or something.
And Cedar will take it out. And Galki will get it on the wing to Wiesner. And then that's Knight for 3, and that is nothing but net.
But a zone's going to give up those shots. It's just a matter of hopefully making that they're not going to make those shots. Franzen with a nice drive, but a better defensive play as the Rockets go and one as they are storming back into the game here with that now potential 3-point play.
And that's the 8th point for Carter Schmitz, trying to make it 9 now.
I think that's going to draw a timeout here by Coach Lohberger and the Lancers, which will give us an opportunity to spotlight our first senior today, as it being senior night.
Reed Haynes.
All righty. I didn't recognize the picture right away when I saw it. But Reed Haynes get with an awesome start here tonight. Reed's got 6 points. Still actually leads the Lancers here tonight in scoring with 6 points. As we mentioned, just a good attitude type guy. A guy that's just happy to be out there. Certainly would love to play a lot more minutes, I'm sure, like anybody, but also just be happy. And I know the guys love Reed on the team as well.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, yep, he's super positive and just a really fun guy. I mean, you always see him at practice laughing with everyone else. I mean, you probably look at the bench right now and he's smiling, trying to make Camden laugh. So he's super fun and going to be missed next year.
And Reed's got a really cool car.
Yep, he does. Yes, he does.
As the Rockets now take a 1-point lead for their first lead of the night, 22-21, as Mucha goes hard to the hoop, and that one falls as Isaiah gets his first 2 points of the night, and now the Lancers back in the lead. Staying in that zone, though, even after the timeout, no adjustments here, as a whole new group of 4 is set to check in, including Joel Voigt and Trenton Schutpelt, guys that, again, this is an opportunity to get guys in. Get them a chance to play a little bit, and that's exactly what Coach Lohberger's doing.
And Cedar Grove just trying to get in and out of that zone. And that's Noah Lukens for his first point of the night. Yeah,
good ball movement there by Cedar Grove, just being patient and getting that easy shot down low.
Yeah, and that's what you need to do when playing a zone, is just being patient and getting in and out and then finally finding that open spot.
So a bunch of subs coming in here now for the Lancers. Derek coming back in, as is Wesley Hecker coming back in. And then, like we mentioned, Voigt and Schutpelt coming in, both guys that probably will be looking for minutes next year as they'll be coming back. So maybe an opportunity to show the coaches, hey, here's what I can do for next year.
Yep. And then just getting Derek back in. And there's a quick and easy bucket for Will on the inbound. And Cedar Grove looks to push it.
Sticking in that zone there, but again, got about 4 fresh sets of legs in there.
Galke will drive, pull up, jumper for 2.
Both teams are just shooting lights out here to start the game.
Yeah.
It's been impressive to watch. Not a lot of fouls. It's been a quick half because there's been not a lot of stoppage of play.
Which is always more, it's way more fun to watch than
absolutely
fouls being called constantly. As Trenton will drive and kick to Will. And swing it to Wesley, almost a turnover, but saved it.
Over to Hecker. Hecker now shoots for 3. That one misses. As Cedar Grove pushes it, and that's an offensive foul. Coach isn't complaining at all. Neither is the player, so probably a legit call here.
That's Thomas Wiesner. And he'll be headed to the bench along with Carter Schmitz and Griffin Knight.
Lancers down by 1 here, just about 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes to go here in the half. Nice little drive here by Derek. And Derek Lobs puts in 2, as he now has 5 points for the night. Unofficially 21 away from those 1,000-point mark.
And Cedar Grove being patient again. Driving, kicking. Galke brings it back up top.
Yeah, they've got the guys all set up. They got a high post, they got a low post, they've got everything kind of set. They've often are getting the position. They're not always looking for that guy down low, but he has been open with position a multitude of times here in this 2-1-2. As they get a nice drive, and he'll be going to the line. Again, that's number 4.
Cade Borden.
Thank you. Yep. So I didn't have my roster right in front of me. Man, this is going so fast I didn't even get to my trivia yet. Plus, we've got some halftime visitors that are coming for a surprise as well. I don't know how I can fit everything in here today.
You'll be okay. And it's a fun game, too, so always makes it exciting. We don't always need the fillers when it's a fun game.
Well, everyone wants to know things about Kaya Krause, though, too.
I'm not sure about that part. I don't know what what do you have in your bag, but.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out.
Yep. And Will Franzen for 3, just short, as Gulke will bring in the rebound for his 3rd of the night.
There'll be a kick ball there.
Oh, and really flew.
Yeah, smaller gym would have helped on that situation. It's awesome, isn't it? Is it fun to play in this gym? Do you find it more enjoyable, the same? Do you notice there a difference as you're out there?
I do notice a difference. I mean, definitely with the lights. You can't totally always see it from the live stream, but we do dim the lights around the edges, and I do enjoy it a lot. I mean, I was kind of just saying just a couple weeks ago to one of my friends, Lily Malhorn, just like I enjoy playing here, and like
awesome.
Not that I didn't enjoy playing in the other gym, but like I just look forward to it way more playing here because it's just such a fun environment, and it's a big gym and it's super cool and it's new.
Yeah, one of the concerns we had is we didn't want to build it so big that you just kind of get lost in it as a fan or as a player, but I just feel like we built the perfect size gym.
I agree.
That it's definitely still a smaller gym and you can still feel the energy from the fans, and yet it's just a little bit more relaxed to watch the game at the same time. Good defense there by the Lancers as Derek now gets it. He's looking to go all the way and does.
Yeah, I mean, one thing some people worried about is just taking that home court advantage away as Derek goes in for the steal.
And he's going to get, he lost that. That's too bad. He had a clear look to the basket, and the ball got knocked out. Cedar Grove takes advantage. It looks like he wanted to maybe go up for the dunk on that one, but Trenton said, no. Not on my court.
Yep. No, but as I was saying, just taking away the home court advantage sometimes, because Manitowoc Lutheran is just a smaller gym what we had, and during volleyball we had so many fans just packed in that little gym, and it was super loud, and we definitely had home court advantage for that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to next fall too. Obviously you guys didn't get a chance to play volleyball, as Derek hits a wide open look from the outside. No, that first volleyball game in here will be awesome too, just because of the success that you guys had last fall and a little bit of the anticipation of what could happen next year as well. This gym will be packed in each of those home games coming up.
Yeah, super exciting stuff.
But first things first, we got a nice ball game here as the Lancers up by 3 off of that made basket by Lobs. Lobs now with 10 points. As the Lancers push it up strong, Will misses a little bunny shot there with his first at least 2-point miss of the night. Just about 3 minutes left to go in this first half. Again, stay with us at halftime. We'll have a couple different things going on. Got a couple of visitors coming up here, and plus we've got the dance team, and they'll have their senior night tonight as well. Lancers still struggle to get those rebounds, allowing second chance baskets by Cedar Grove. This would be about a 15-point lead for the Lancers if they were able to get those rebounds.
Yeah, as Lancers have a deflection, it'll turn into a jump ball, which will still go Lancer ball. And 3 more seniors checking on in. Coming out for the juniors, Will Franzen, Trenton Schupelton, and Joel Voigt.
Yeah, those guys all did a fantastic job today of just playing hard and even getting the lead here a little bit here early on. So we'll see if we can keep it going now with our veterans that have come in as Logan kind of quickly turns it over. You don't want to mess with Camden in a scrum like that.
Oh, that'll be a fight on the ground, and Cedar Grove will come away with it.
Boy, it's physical.
Yeah.
These refs are letting some physical play happening, but if you don't see it, you can't even really call it as well. All right, we've got our timeout, which will lead to our second senior, which is,
Logan Brooks. Logan Brooks, just awesome player, like we just said. I mean, you even just saw that play. Super hustle player, awesome guy. Like we said before, too, student body president. Always loved being around Logan Brooks, and I mean, he has been getting some more significant minutes this year, and always is coming in for that quick hustle play. And I mean, even last game, I think maybe he had 4 points. I can't remember, but he just has some really nice takes every once in a while, and they're definitely energy boosters he just comes in and you just feel that energy come on in too, just with his hustle.
Absolutely. Just about all the sports and things that he does. Just a good guy overall. All right, we got time for our first question, Kaya. Are you ready? Do you want an easy one or do you want a hard one to start?
Let's do hard.
Right off the bat?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep.
All right, so again, if this is new, we're going to give Kaya a chance to answer the question, but feel free to message me, message her.
Yep.
All right, or message her dad.
Yeah.
How about that? All right, here's our question for the day. So Cedar Grove, Belgium is a grouping of two different towns, but really, Belgium is closest to what other school? Like if they redid it, really Belgium would be in what other school that we play? They call it Cedar Grove, Belgium. That's how it started. They're not going to change it, but really, Belgium is closer to what town?
It's another team we play. Well, that's what you said.
Yeah. Yes.
And the Big East South.
I don't want to give it all away.
Okay, I'll wait a little bit to answer, but I think I have an idea.
I only know this answer because when we first played these guys, when I was football coach, this particular school made it a big point of emphasis to me. Felt like I needed to really know this.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to know it, but now it's just stuck in my brain.
Yeah. I mean, Cedar Grove, Belgium is also, I feel like, been a pretty good football school, too.
Right. So I think that's probably why the other school's a little bit upset. There's maybe some good athletes that end up going to Cedar Grove.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, if they redid it, what district would Belgium and those kids actually be able to go into? As Brooks throws that one away and a turnover. Not a lot of turnovers tonight either for either team, but like I said, a lot of guys have shot it. I'm not getting any answers so far. I don't know if you are either. It's a tricky one. They've always been together. There's never been a Belgium high school. So they've always been together, but really what school should they be with? Lancers sticking with that 2-3 defense, which really, to be honest, has worked other than a couple of times.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of trapping once the ball goes down. I mean, even there, you just got 3 players on Galkey. As Schmitz will drive through the triple team and miss. And the Lancers will push. And Wesley will have it on the wing, swinging it to Brooks.
Now we got a couple answers streaming in on my phone. None that are correct so far, though. It's a steal there by Cedar Grove. They're going up strong, nice little Euro step. Wasn't happening, though, as Brooks gets the rebound. Now the Lancers are pushing it up. Derek lobs with the open look, and that one falls. As Derek now is up for 13 points.
He's halfway there.
He's halfway there, folks. And we're not even at halftime yet. He's at last 30 seconds here of the first half. Lancers with a nice 4-point lead. It's about kind of where they've been most of the night. Cedar Grove maybe had a lead, maybe of 1 or 2 points. But it's been mostly Lancers so far. Again, these answers are trickling in. None are right so far. We'll get this before halftime. And again, I don't know if I'm accurate on this. This is just what the one person told me.
What the one coach said.
And he was very passionate about this.
Okay. And that's Galkey, who just scored for his 13th point of the night.
No call on that. And the last shot goes up. Oh, that one almost falls. All right, Kaya, before we go off to break, what if they redid it today, where would the kids from Belgium go to school? What's your guess?
Okay, my guess is Ozaki. I'm not sure if that's right, though.
Well done. Yeah, no one answered that. Kaya, you are 1 for 1. Yeah, at that time, that Ozaki coach was very passionate about the fact that all those Belgium kids should have gone to Fredonia. Apparently, it's closer. So well done. Way to know your geography.
Thank you. I'm actually proud of myself. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Usually I'd be looking it up, but you didn't see me. I didn't even touch my phone.
I was checking that you weren't looking it up on Google.
I don't know. Once you kind of gave it away with me. You said a team that we would play, and I was like,
okay.
It's got to be a conference team. We're gonna watch the dance team now coming up. So stay tuned, and we'll give you a halftime show too. welcome to the booth, guys. Also, thank you to our senior dance team as they will be honoring them at halftime. I'm here with Marn Dwayne, Ginevra Ermis. Guys, how do you think the game's going so far?
You know, I was really excited for the seniors to start. Camden Bay started the game really strong. I think Reed got a shot up in there. Yeah. So it's been a very fun game. In zone defense, not very normal for us, but
Yeah, Ginevra, what about you?
It's fun watching them. They have been playing pretty good with their zone that I've never seen them play before, so it's fun watching them.
All right, speaking about a zone defense, you girls have a game coming up here and hopefully more than just one here in the next couple of days. You guys play an awesome zone defense as well. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts going into the Kohler game tomorrow.
We're just going to play our game like we always do, run around, block shots, and just throw up hopefully a large score.
trying to box out. They're kind of tall.
So a little taller, so we'll be looking for some mega boxing out by everybody on the floor. Marn, is it your goal to score 1,000 points tomorrow?
Oh, of course. I think I'm about maybe 999 points away from that, but it's definitely a goal in my head.
Yeah, we spotlighted Reed. Reed was 981 points away from 1,000 points.
Close.
We thought he would really go off tonight, and he did right away.
Yeah,
All right.
and you're talking to Ginevra. Ginevra, how many points are you away again?
I believe I'm just under 40.
So that's
tomorrow,
always a chance too.
most likely tomorrow she'll get that as well. No, game here at 7 o'clock here, and then if when you guys win on Friday, you guys play on
Saturday.
and that'll be here as well, right?
Yes.
And just taking a guess, who would that be against?
St. Mary Springs are brilliant.
All right. So teams that you have played already this year?
We haven't played St. Mary Springs. We
Okay.
played St. Mary's Catholic.
Okay.
They're also
No.
in our sectional. But we have played Brilliant as one of our first games of the season and won by 20. So
No, you guys are certainly fun to watch. Best of luck to all three of you. I guess I'm not playing.
play?
No, I guess I'm not going to play tomorrow. But all three of you on your game tomorrow. And like I said, it was fun when you guys for volleyball when you guys went to state. I just heard a rumor from someone going, "Are we going to get off of school if the basketball team goes to state?" So no pressure, but we're right there.
we'll try. We'll try our best.
All right, so game is tomorrow night right here at 7 o'clock, and when we win, the regional championship here on Saturday. Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Thank you.
And we'll head to commercial break.
Bethany Lutheran School is blessed to have a fantastic faculty and staff partner together with just amazing families, all to work for the good of our children. And every day bring the gospel message of God's love for them, the forgiveness of all their sins, and heaven waiting for them. We talk regularly about doing things the Bethany way, and that's simply doing everything to the very best out of our love for our Savior. Whether it's in the classroom, doing music, it could be on the athletic field and the way that we treat each other. We do things out of the love for our Savior and do things the very best we can. And that is doing things the Bethany way, and we strive every day to do that to our very best.
Sponsored by B&B Metals, buying scrap cars, appliances, and farm equipment. If it's metal, we buy it. Call us at 920-693-8261.
For all your plumbing needs, Leisure Plumbing. Full service plumbing for more than 45 years.
Hi, I'm Logan Brooks.
And I'm Camden Bay, and we are the officers here of the Broadcast Club at MLHS.
It has been amazing to move into our broadcasting booth in the new gym.
But we need your support.
With the move, we have equipment we need to buy to continue to bring you high-level broadcasts of MLHS sports.
If you are a business interested in a commercial or an individual who just loves our broadcasts and would like to support us, scan the QR code or go to the link on your screen to see ways you can support us.
You can also email our advisor, Nathan Gergel, for more information.
Thanks, and enjoy the game.
back. Thank you again to our sponsors. As you just saw, Logan Brooks and Camden Bay. And we're at a pretty good ball game here. We have Cedar Grove, the Belgium Rockets 33, and your Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers 35. Mr. Ungemak, why don't you just take us through some of the game stats so far?
Well, you called me Mr. Ungemak, so I'm not going to respond to that right now.
Mr. Allhorn? I said Mr. Ungemak? I apologize. Mr. Allhorn,
yes.
I'm sorry.
Did you ask me a question?
How would you take us through the game stats?
Yeah, for the Lancers coming out here, I think we were missing 2 points off somewhere, so we've got 37, it's really 35. Just shooting lights out here so far. A lot of baskets, kind of short range. A couple nice three-pointers as well. Rebounds maybe 100%, not 100% accurate there, but I'll be honest, there wasn't a lot of rebounds either on either side of the basket so far, both for offense or defense for the Lancers.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you shooting lights out. It's just been a fun game to watch and not much stoppage like we said earlier in the game. Then we'll just take a look at our top 3 scorers of the night so far. We got Derek Lobbs leading the way for the Lancers with 13 points. Will Franzen with 7. And then Reed Haynes, who started up there with 6. And like you see there, just really good field goal percentages as Derek shooting 100%, 2 rebounds. And then Will 50 and Reed Haynes hasn't missed yet. So I won't jinx it, but hope to see him continue to make a difference in tonight's game.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll see how it goes here for the Lancers. Again, I don't think Derek's actually shooting 100%. I can't do 2 things at the same time, Kaya.
Okay.
I can either announce or I can push buttons and do stats. I can't do both.
Okay.
It's something I'll work on for next season.
That's okay, as long as you take credit for it. I think my stats are perfect.
Okay, no, I'm sure they are.
I'm just
you may
kidding.
not know the national anthem, but you can take stats and talk at the same time.
I've been practicing it.
And most impressive, you are 1 for 1 with your Cedar Grove trivia. Are you ready for the second question right away?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so this one, because it should be easy because you know your geography so well.
Yeah.
Cedar Grove or Belgium, which one is further north?
Should I answer right away?
Which one is furthest north, Cedar Grove or Belgium? Know your Ozaukee County geography, people. I'll give you maybe a minute or so to think on that. Give the fans at home an opportunity to look up their maps or whatever they want to do.
And Cedar Grove will start with the ball. As the Lancers transition back to man, it looks like.
Yeah, a little something different. They played zone the whole first half, and all of a sudden coming out man to man. We'll see how Cedar Grove can adjust to that.
And kicking out to Brody Hellman, starting to half off strong with a 3-pointer. His first 3-pointer of the night and his first points of the night.
Lancers quickly push it up. A good little pass there. The patent shot fake there by Reed does not fall for him that time, but Lancers do get the rebound as Derek kicks it out to Brooks. Brooks with a nice drive. Back up to Camden. Over to Brooks with a nice drive. Kicks it out to Wesley. That one's going to go a little bit long on that one for Hacker.
And Cedar will push it up to Carter Schmitz, and he'll put that in for 2 for his 11th point of the night, right behind the leading scorer for Cedar Grove, Owen Gulke with 13.
Now a little bit of a lead here for Cedar Grove as they are now up 3 points as the Lancers look to get the ball going again. Looks like both teams have kind of ratcheted up their offense or defense a little bit as Reed with a couple of shots there. Neither one falls for him. A nice drive there by Reed just didn't happen for him as we now have a foul here. I think it's a charge. Ref seemed a little bit maybe uncertain with her call. Let's see what she's actually calling. It is a offensive charge.
Yeah, good hustle by Brooks, and he was definitely standing there. He was definitely set. So good defensive play by him.
Lancers looking to maybe tie up the game with a 3-point shot as Hecker brings them across. Nice jump stop there by Dick, and the charge now coming the other way. Is that what you call a makeup call, Kaya? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's not too much to worry about those. It's only Derek's first of the night.
So I got to know that you're still a student, and you got to, there's nothing you can say negative about an official. Nice job. You passed that test. You're 2 for 2 tonight on my questions. Oh, speaking of which, Micaiah, which town is further north, Cedar Grove or Belgium?
Okay.
What's your answer?
I'm going to say farther north. Wait, did you say, wait, which one's farther?
What's that?
Closer to us, or is it farther?
It's further north. What's the furthest north town?
I'm going to say Cedar Grove.
You are correct. Cedar Grove is slightly north of Belgium. As Derek lobs with a miss there. Lancers coming out a little bit cold here in the second half. That could have certainly been a foul, nothing called. This one could get a little chippy and a little ugly unless the refs get control of the game, as there is a call that's taken.
Cedar Grove fouls number 11, Thomas Wiesner, his third, team second.
So well done on that geography. You know your geography well. They get a little tougher after this. I'm just going to let you know.
It's okay. I'll try my best. And Lancers taking it out. And
another foul, excuse me, is Cedar Grove. Or fouls.
Second, the team's third.
Nice taking it out again. Wesley struggling to find someone. Finds Derek.
Yeah, Lancers struggling a little bit here in the second half. Camden there kicks it out. There's another turnover by the Lancers. Boy, another basket. Coach Wilburn's going to need to take a timeout here, as they are now down by 8.
It is something that the last couple of times I have broadcast, they have come out kind of slow in the second half, and I've kind of said, like, it's something you need to improve going into the playoffs, and Lancers kind of continue to not come out super fast, as definitely not as fast as they came out in the first half and just how they started.
Lancers put in a little bit of a line change here, as we've got about 4 new players out there, including Franzen, Muchka, Dylan, Wagner. This is basically the same group that subbed first in the first half as well. Coming up empty there. And there's a board by Ott. But Lancers turn that ball over again, as Cedar Grove now gets it with another 2. And just like that, Lancers down 10 points, Kaya. Wagner now has it up to Dylan. Dylan, there's breakthrough out there for the Lancers, as we finally get a basket in there.
Yeah, nice play by the Lancers. Good pass by Isaac. Good drive by No Dylan. And there's a 3 for Cade Borden, his first of the night.
Good look there from the corner by Cedar Grove, Belgium, as the Lancers now kind of digging themselves in the hole a little bit. Muchka there on the corner. Couple of dribbles, kicks it up to Ott. Ott overlooking back to Muchka on the side. Driving middle.
Who got stuffed?
Good drive, just needed to be a little taller on that one, as that one remains Lancer ball. Something that happens to Muchka quite often. He can't help his height, but you got to admire that he is not scared to take that ball to the hoop, though.
No, yeah, he's great at driving and good at finding the contact, too, as Will finds himself wide open in the corner for 3.
Franzen hits his second three-pointer of the night, as he is 2 for 4. We talked about, unless something drastically changes, he's going to be heading down to Madison for the three-point contest for Division 4, which will be awesome to be able to see in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Lancers down 8 here early on in the second half. Plenty of time yet here, as Cedar Grove takes it out underneath.
I mean, fun part, that's the Franzen's family's second time appearing at state this year. Elliot Franzen being on the cross-country team, appearing at state this year. And
it's pretty much commonplace for the Franzen family. Sticking now back to that zone, which really worked quite well for the Lancers in that first half.
Yeah, especially for this group, too, as Curtis Schmitz will miss. And Lancers will get a rebound, pushing it to Isaac. Isaac on the wing to Will. Up to Jamin. And then Noah in the corner, wide open. Little long. Will with the rebound.
Will kind of stuck in the middle. He's got to get out of that lane. There he is. Lancers look to reset there. Ott kicks it over to Dylan. Back to Ott, over to Muchka. Time to just be patient. Get your shots when they're there. Got a lot of time here. You're only down 8. Good little post out there by Dillon that unfortunately doesn't fall. And Cedar Grove pushing it up, looking to get up to 10 or maybe 11 if they can hit, and they do.
And that's Galkey's 16th point of the night, leading the Rockets.
Will thought about the 3, driven left-handed, kicks it out to Muchka. Muchka will fire. That one won't be no good. As Cedar Grove looks to extend their lead. Boy, that's a record for offensive fouls. That's about the 4th or 5th offensive foul we've seen tonight. Some of them are legit. Some of them, like that one, maybe a little bit iffy. But I'm way up here. That's why I'm not ref in basketball.
Yep. Just something funny I just recently saw too. In the student section, we have Eric Zimmerman holding Reed just did it. His slogan, he ran for president last year now, and his slogan was just do it, vote for Reed. And I liked the connection on the board for Reed Haynes as it is senior night, and that is Griffin Knight for 2.
Now with a nice 13-point lead for Cedar Grove, their largest of the night. Over to Ott with a wide open look. That one is no good, but a great board by Dillon. Will Franzen, a little pump fake, nothing there. Wagner kicking over to Muchka with a nice drive down low to Dillon. That's more like his style as Noah Dillon drops in his 4th point of the night.
Great pass by Isaiah Muchka there too, just seeing him down low.
Wow, they got to get that board. That's been an issue all night here for the Lancers, is giving up those boards. Maybe just not comfortable with that zone defense. Like we said, we really haven't seen it all year. Maybe just not knowing exactly where those guys are going to be at. But we've given up about 20 second and third chance points.
Yep.
Wagner with a nice look. That one does not fall for him. As Cedar Grove continuing to look to push the lead here with about 10 and a half to go here in the second half. Again, regular season wrap-up game. Last one here for the boys. Girls start their playoff run tomorrow night. Boys will start next Tuesday. Just like that, man, this winter season is coming near an end here, Kaya, and all of a sudden it's going to be spring sports.
Yep.
Before you know it, it seems like it's almost not possible, but that's coming up here soon. It always goes by quickly here, especially when both teams are having successful seasons. It's just fun to watch these games.
Yeah, so Lancers will do a similar subbing rotation as Trenton and Joel will sub back in, and so will Wesley and Derek. And Will stay in as Schmitz misses the second free throw, but the Rockets get the rebound.
Yep, rebounding issues again. Good aggressive drive there by the Rockets. And a timeout. That'll be a full timeout for Cedar Grove, which will give us an opportunity to get to our 3rd senior, and that senior is Camden Bay, looking very impressive with that shot. Kind of mentioned it earlier in the game, but Camden, just a good overall kid here at Lutheran High, involved with lots of different things, including this broadcasting club. Really good football player. I had the good fortune of coaching him for a couple of years, and he's heading down to Concordia in Mequon to play a little football with my son.
Yep.
And actually they're going to room together. At least that's the plan next year as well. So maybe see Camden do a little bit more football as well. So good for Camden, just a good overall guy, good player, good sub player for the team, a good one that's got to be well liked by his teammates.
Yeah, definitely. And you talk about spring sports too. He does track, at least he did last year, and is a pretty good sprinter too, and just really fast. So we'll see what the spring also holds for him. And
absolutely
exciting stuff. And Lancers come out of the timeout, hopefully gaining some confidence and trying to fight back from the 16-point deficit.
Down 16, it was a hurry too, man. It was close. We kind of started the second half a little slower, and then just like that, we're down 16 points. Lancer's going to need to kick it in gear here, on both sides of the floor, as we're approaching about the 10-minute mark here. That's not a way to do it, as Derek gives up a steal, and that's going to be an and one. Derek complains about it, but that's a foul. He hit him right on his wrist as he was going up.
It was an impressive finish by Owen
Absolutely,
Bulkey.
yeah. Strong kid that was able to continue his drive and finish. As now Cedar Grove looking to get up by as much as 19 here. Kind of a frustrating half here for the Lancers. There hasn't all the success they had in the first half with making baskets. It's just not there, at least not so far. As he completes the three-point play, and now a 19-point lead for the Rockets from Cedar Grove. I don't know if we would have predicted a score like this when we were kind of comparing scores, but we also mentioned there were some odd scores that they had.
Yeah.
And this maybe adds to that list there for Cedar Grove.
Well, I don't think we were really talking about losing by this much either in the second half, or at halftime. At halftime, Lancers were winning, right? 35-33.
They were up 35-33 at half. So yeah, we've only put in 7 points so far.
Yeah.
A couple of fouls are starting to now compile here for both teams. We'll see how that plays in with free throws and the like, as we weren't even close to bonus there in the first half at all. Oh, a nice drive there by Wesley. Got a couple of guys to go up as he actually gets, as I have it, his first first 2 points of the night, which is odd for Wesley, although he's probably not getting as many minutes as he normally does.
Yeah, but he definitely is needed to drive and score too. And Lancers stay in that zone, and Schmitz will shoot and miss. And there'll be a foul on the Rockets on number 1, Griffith Knight.
Keeping track at home, I think that's the 7th offensive foul of the night. I just made that number up. I don't know if it's 7, but it's a lot. A little pressure here now. They may need to take a timeout, and Coach Wilberger does just that, as that was getting close to that 10-second mark. Which gives us time to do our 4th and final senior, and that is
Derek Lobbs. Derek Lobbs has been getting some pretty significant varsity minutes for most of his high school career, and definitely makes it worth it. I mean, we talk about him hitting 1,000. He also was hurt for a decent amount of last year with a broken wrist, but he really just is always someone that can just put the ball in the hole, and just really he leads his team well, and he's just a super athletic kid and is really succeeding right now in basketball.
Yeah, started out tonight with 26 away from 1,000. He picked up 13 in the first half. Hasn't scored yet in the second half, but as we've mentioned, we've got not only this game, but also next game to do that. It's sure something that is in the back of his mind, maybe not at the moment, but certainly a huge accomplishment for that young man throughout his years. Like you mentioned, also being out for the start of that last season. And a good athlete overall, good baseball player, good football player as well. As Wesley draws a foul there, no shot on that, but a nice job by Wesley, being very, very smart.
Cedar Grove fouls number 1, Griffith Knight is 3rd, the team's 7th. At the line for the Lancers.
Correction, that is bonus there. That is the 7th foul. I was just kind of checking that. Kind of mentioned it before. We were getting closer to that. So Wesley's shooting the 1 and 1 now. And maybe that's something the Lancers can take advantage of, is they now have bonus for the remainder of the second half.
Yeah.
Every time there's a foul, then they're going to be going to the free throw line as Wesley hits that first one.
Yeah, Wesley's been pretty good at putting his free throws in this year. Wesley's shooting about 75%. And puts in the second. I didn't jinx it.
No, nice job. 15-point deficit here for the Lancers. Let's get a stop here now, boys, as they go back to their man-to-man defense. Kind of a more traditional starting lineup there in there for the Lancers.
Trying to fight their way back now, and
that's a good start. There we go. Turnover caused by Wagner. Just takes 2 points at a time. There's no such thing as a 13-point or 15-point basket. You just got to take 2 or 3 points at a time.
Yeah, and also just someone to point out too, Isaac Wagner, always playing some great defense, always hustling too, and just there you saw a good play by him. And
There's
Derek will
good
be
ball
open.
movement by the Lancers. Ooh, that one looked pretty good initially, but that one did not fall there for Derek. But the Lancers get it back. Hecker thinks about it, and good thing he did because he put it in. That's what we talked about, 2 or 3 points at a time, as they now are within 12. Lancers are ramping up their defense here a little bit by trapping a little bit. Nice little cutter down the middle. Good answer there by Cedar Grove, Belgium.
Yeah, that's Brody Hellman, and that is his 10th point of the night. Brody Hellman this year is having a pretty good year, too. He's averaging 5.6, so exceeding his average this game so far.
Lancers looking, not a lot of movement. They're passing the ball, but a lot of guys standing around as Hecker drives in and gets 2 points there. They're going to need to score quicker than that, though. I mean, you're down 12 with 7 to go. You're going to need to get that ball and get some shots up quicker than that.
Yep. And
to be able to get back into this.
Good stops on defense, too. Can't just give up easy buckets.
See if they can get back to that trapping defense that they had before. Cedar Grove content to take time off the clock, obviously, as they've got a nice lead.
Yeah, just that last position, it looked like they were running a little bit of run and jump. So like man, but I mean, when you're close to someone, just go trap them. But they don't seem to be running it this time on the floor. As Knight will drive, kicking it to Hellman, and that'll be long.
Grab the ball.
And out of bounds.
I mean, it came up empty, but they took about 40 seconds off the clock at the same time, so it's kind of a win-win there for Cedar Grove. They didn't get the basket, but they still get a nice lead and took a bunch of time off the clock. Again, Lancers got to start pushing here. There's not a lot of time coming up as Cedar Grove looks to trap there. Will gets the ball, kicks it back out to Wesley. Nice cross-court pass to Derek, who's got an open look. That one falls for Derek Lobbs. His first baskets of the second half, now at 16. And the Lancers are under 10. That's a key point there. Get that under 10 points, and now things can happen as the student section starts to get into it. And
it's one of the first times tonight.
A 30-second timeout.
Yeah, it's blackouts for the Lancers student section tonight. You can see a pretty big amount of people here, but not the loudest.
That's one thing, again, we talked about with the bigger gym. Are they quieter than they were in the old gym? It's tough to always tell. It's such a big environment. It's a little bit better time. But, yeah, good attendance there at the game, and they hope to see everyone back for our game tomorrow as well. All right, we got 2 more questions to go yet on Do You Know Your Cedar Grove?
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
You're 2 for 2, so you're really doing really well.
Yeah.
This one's going to be tough.
Okay.
All right. According to the website, there are 5 famous people that come from Cedar Grove.
Gosh. Not this.
You're not going to know the names. What career are 3 of them? 3 of them share the same career. How many careers are there? I mean, just think that through.
I'm not sure.
What career, what famous people come from Cedar Grove? 3 of them had the same job.
Yikes. I'm going to have to think about this one.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Lancers looking again to chip away here, down 9 as Derek Knight's jump stop. And a foul from the side there. Maybe a little bit of a gift there from the official. But we'll take it as, like we mentioned, for the rest of the half, we're going to be at the free throw line. So whether that was shooting or not, we were going to get shots there.
And Derek lobs for his first free throw.
That one falls in for him.
Lancers now down by 8. Slowly chipping away.
And Derek makes both 2 3 points at a time, and all of a sudden now we are only down
7.
Thank you. Just doing some subtracting real quick. We're down as many as 15 just about a couple of minutes ago, as we're getting about 5.5 to go in this last regular season game of the year. Quick shot there. That's a big basket for Cedar Grove. They needed that one after giving up a bunch of baskets there. Let's see if the Lancers can get it going again. Wesley dribbles to the side, and that one is going to go off and going toward Cedar Grove. couple people seemed like they disagreed with that call. Tough to see from where we were at there.
Yeah.
Either way, Cedar Grove ball.
Yep.
See if they can capitalize on that turnover by the Lancers. Ooh, a great save. Good hustle play there, getting over to Derek. Derek slows it up, gives it over to Hecker. Hecker with a nice little set shot. That one falls.
Yeah, I definitely mentioned before how Wesley went scoreless in that first half, and I said, like, you're going to need Wesley scoring. Just like that, he's got 11 points.
Yeah, it took him a long time to get his first 2. But now he's up to 11. Derek leading the way with 18, and there's a nice strong basket. We've seen a couple of those by Cedar Grove where they go strong to the hoop and are able to finish for the basket and a possibly and one. All right, I know what you're all saying. Which career did the 3 of the 5 most famous people from Cedar Grove had? Kaya, we're getting close to deciding what that career is. You've been to Cedar Grove many times over your sports career.
Honestly, I feel like I've only been there once.
That's probably not true, but okay.
Maybe twice for football. Oh, okay,
I'm sure you had some Junior Lancer stuff. You were a fan a few times.
Okay.
I'm sure you went to a few games along the way.
Good point. I guess so.
Right. Derek with a nice open look for 3 doesn't fall. Lancers get it back. Wesley Hacker with a nice open look. That one also doesn't fall. Lancers get another look. That one doesn't fall. Can they get 4 looks? They cannot. Too bad having 3 nice looks there at the basket. None of them are able to fall there for the Lancers. Again, down 10 with about 4 minutes to go here. Cedar Grove content just to take some time off the clock with the lead. It's been an entertaining game to watch just with the idea of getting all the different guys in. But now this is crunch time for both teams, and obviously both teams want to get the win. Cedar Grove being very, very patient. They don't need to force anything at this point. Nice little spin drive, a little fadeaway. That one falls. That's a big basket. That is a tough-looking shot. They took a number of seconds off the clock and got 2 points out of that.
Yeah, that is his 28th point of the night. Just something to look at, too. Last year when the Lancers played them, like we said before, MLHS won 77-66, but Owen Galkey had 30
interesting.
that game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he was also averaging 17 points per game, so, I mean, he's doing better this year, and so far has 28, so we'll see if he continues.
Derek to the line again, shooting 2 as he drives and makes his first. All right, what career, Kaya? Need it.
Okay, I'm just like trying to think of like what has like the most people in it, you know, like something that's not super rare.
You might be overthinking this one.
No, I don't know. So I'm gonna say like something like politics. I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Sorry, farmer. I'm looking for farmer.
Dang it.
I don't know how you can be a famous farmer.
Yeah. Wait, how does that work?
No insult to any of the farmers out there. I don't know what they did to become famous, but 3 of the 5 were farmers.
Interesting. I would like to know how they became famous.
Well, maybe next broadcast.
Good point.
All right, 10-point lead here by Cedar Grove as the Lancers are extending that man-to-man defense. Again, they are just taking time off the clock. And Lancers got a number of fouls. There's a nice turnover there. Let's see if he gets it to Dylan. Dylan with a nice layup, and that falls in. See if they can get a little pressure here and get another turnover real quick as Franzen extends the defense there. I got to think here pretty soon Coach Lohberger is going to be taking some timeouts. They got to get some things set up here to get looks and to get presses and such on. As that one almost goes out of bounds there for Cedar Grove. Again, Lancers, as we are now at the 2-minute mark, down 8. Are going to need to start doing a few things here to generate. really surprised the referee did not call that on that taunting, because that was an obvious taunt right in front of the official. That was something else. He's talking to him right now. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are in high school basketball, but if that was me, that's a technical foul.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You don't show up the other team. Regardless, a big shot by Cedar Grove as he put in that three-point basket to extend that lead to 11.
That's Reed Ketterhagen with his first points of the night, averaging 1.3 points per game as a senior. So, yeah, I don't know what that was, but a little unnecessary. But, I mean, in the heat of the moment, I guess it happens sometimes. And
absolutely. I guess if you can make it, you can make it.
Yep.
All right, our last question, because we may not get it in, and this isn't really a great question, but I don't know if you've listened to all different broadcasts. This probably is going to be my last one of this season, but it's all about acronyms. And I did Wisconsin Synod acronyms. We did, when I did Elkhart Lake, we talked about acronyms. MLHS is an acronym. So according to Google, what else is CGB known for? What's another CGB acronym besides Cedar Grove, Belgium? You might be surprised at some of these answers, but you could make something up and might be right too. So, so feel free to text that in or message Micaiah as well. What's another famous CGB?
I have to think about that one, or wait for people to text me. Everyone, feel free.
All right, we're a minute 50 here from the end of the game. Cedar Grove up 11. They pretty much controlled this whole second half. Lancers have made some substitutions here for this last bit here to get some different guys in, perhaps, as Brooks with a nice drive up and under. That would have been a pretty shot as we get a foul there. Again, Lancers have fouls galore to give here before Cedar Grove gets in the bonus. Cedar Grove still has 3-4 guys that they could probably get in at some point as we now extend pressure here.
And Cedar Grove gets it in the Galkey. And he will drive to the elbow, kicking it out to Schmitz.
Content to take time off, maybe the entire time off. They obviously don't need a basket up 11 points here.
Yep. Here's Wiesner up to Haleman.
Again, both teams going to be back to action on Tuesday as both teams start their playoff run. Cedar Grove will be hosting Ozaki down in their gym on Tuesday. Lancers hosting Random Lake. As there's a steal by Brooks. Brooks kicks over to Bay. Bay doesn't like what he sees. Says a fancy dribbling between his legs, and now is out of bounds. Cedar Grove ball.
Yeah, so after Cedar Grove plays Ozaki, they will be headed to Kohler, as Kohler is the number 2 seed in their sectional, and Kali is the number 1.
So a lot of Big East teams knocking each other off here a little bit to start conference play. Yeah. Girls again start tomorrow. They'll be playing Kohler. Kohler beat Howard's Grove, so getting the same thing.
Yeah.
Bunch of Big East teams knocking each other off. It's always kind of fun to have tournament. It's always a lot of excitement, probably a little bit of nerves knowing that it's one loss away to be done. Yeah, absolutely. Brooks now brings it up there to Trenton. Trenton with a nice save there over to Joel, but then Joel throws it. Oh, got knocked out, my fault. All right, CGB, here we go, 29 seconds. You've been thinking about it, you've been Googling.
No, I haven't. I have no idea. Come get bagels.
Yeah, exactly what I was thinking too. Now, according to Google, the number 1 other acronym for CGB, and this is weird, maybe it's my Googling, the Colonsated Grain and Barge Company.
Okay, so grains, I was right with the bagels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and barge, somehow bagels got to get here.
Yeah.
And number 2, Chinese government bonds.
Okay.
I would not have guessed that one.
But it makes makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So there you go. Acronyms for CGB that you maybe didn't know about.
Yeah, just as the seniors all check out and get a round of applause for them. And Jamie Knott again assist to Trenton Schupelt.
A fun game. The first half was close. It was both teams shooting lights out in that first half. Defensive kind of came in for Cedar Grove in that second half. We really struggled to get a basket and buried ourselves in a hole we just couldn't get out tonight.
Yeah. So your final scores: Manitowoc Lutheran Lancers 64 and Cedar Grove Rockets with 73. We're gonna have a commercial break coming up, and we'll be back with a little post-game show.
Fantastic faculty and staff partner together with just amazing families, all to work for the good of our children, and every day bring the gospel message of God's love for them, the forgiveness of all their sins, and heaven waiting for them. We talk regularly about doing things the Bethany way, and that's simply doing everything to the very best out of our love for our Savior. Whether it's in the classroom, doing music, it could be on the athletic field and the way that we treat each other. We do things out of the love for our Savior and do things the very best we can. And that is doing things the Bethany way, and we strive every day to do that to our very best.
Sponsored by B&B Metals, buying scrap cars, appliances, and farm equipment. If it's metal, we buy it. Call us at 920-693-8261.
For all your plumbing needs, Leisure Plumbing. Full service plumbing for more than 45 years.
And welcome back, and welcome to the booth where we have our post-game show. Mr. Owen, why don't you just take us through some of the top scores for Manitowoc Lutheran High School tonight?
Yeah, for the Lancers, Derek Lobbs finishes with 20 points. He needed 26 to get up to the 1,000-point mark, so we'll be anxious to watch that in our next game. Wesley Hecker with 11, Will Franzen with 10. And boy, I thought Camden had it. He was 968 points away from 1,000, but unfortunately Camden only finishes with 4 points tonight.
Yeah, it happens. He was close too. And then Cedar Grove, Belgium, star of the night, Owen Galkey with 28 points, 5 rebounds. And then right behind we have Carter Schmitz with 18 points and 2 rebounds. So Lancers just couldn't totally find a way to stop them tonight, but they tried their best.
Yeah. We said it earlier, this game doesn't really mean anything. You'd like to win. You'd like to have a little momentum.
Yeah.
But I even think more important, everyone got a chance to play a little bit today and just get some memories here in their last regular season game on their home floor.
Yeah, totally agree. And playoffs next Tuesday, as we said before, so exciting to see how that goes. Mr. Owen, going into playoffs, how do you feel as the Lancers?
I think I come out of this game with probably more positives than negatives. We saw that zone defense, which we hadn't seen all year, and work real well. If they need to use it in a couple games, they certainly can. And I think Derek is in prime condition. Will's going to be ready to go. I think the Lancers are going to be just fine as they hit their first game against Random Lake next Tuesday.
Yeah, I totally agree. And not only did some of our starters really come out to play, but like we said before, just some of the bench points too, just really coming in clutch. And bench points are needed in the playoffs, and you can't just specify between bench and starters. Like, everyone's needed, and it's a team effort to get some playoff wins. So
absolutely,
super exciting. Make sure come back on Tuesday, and if you're free, come back to Manitowoc Lutheran or come back to the live stream tomorrow night as your girls team will be facing Kohler.
Good. I'm glad you paused there for a second, so I got nervous because you are actually playing in that game tonight.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I almost said Random Lake, but that is who the guys will be playing. So make sure you tune in for that. Thank you guys all again for tuning in. I'm Micaiah Krause here with Mr. Allhorn. Huge thank you, and see you next time.